Hello and welcome to Do Well, your guide to wellness and well-being in Suffolk. Hi, my name is Anne Hirst. Remember me from mild lockdown sensation A Country Treat on the radio? Yeah? Whatever. Well, since then, I've ventured away from the paths around my home in Saxmundham to search for the path to wellness, often heading out as far as Leiston or sometimes even Woodbridge on my travels. Here in Suffolk, I've met some truly unorthodox self-styled wellness gurus who really take the biscuit with the outlandishness of some of their ideas, techniques and practices, all promising to improve our wellness, well-being and wellbeingness. They won't be everyone's cup of tea, but they are interesting. Well, depending on how you define interesting. But once again, it's important that I mention a disclaimer before we start. Do Well is not qualified in any way. We cannot prescribe, diagnose, or even recommend. We are simply conduits for information. In other words, make your own mind up. Welcome to Do Well. Hello, and welcome to Do Well, the series about wellness and self-care. Some of the unusual activities and remedies and organisations that I've found around the county of Suffolk have been absolutely fascinating, not least my guest today, Mr. Bob Jeffers.
Hello.
From the Quiche Appraisal Society.
That's right, yes.
Bob.
Hello.
Quiche Appraisal.
Correct.
Tell me about this. It sounds
Yes.
amazing. It sounds fascinating.
Yeah. I can tell you where it began.
Please do.
So I was in the supermarket, and I noticed that of all places, there's always someone standing by the quiche, looking at the quiche, and I thought to myself, I wonder why that is. So I kind of hung around, noticed one person after another taking quite a long time, and I thought, well, what are they doing? So I thought, I wasn't a quiche eater myself. I am now. I thought I'd go and have a look at the quiches, and I found myself drawn into this world of, just the variability is amazing, and it's so absorbing, and I've discovered it's a real key to wellness.
That is amazing. And can I just ask you, are you limited to quiches, or would you include a flan in that?
Wow. I'll be honest with you, we found the world of quiche so rich that we've not gone into flans. You see, the thing about a quiche, and when you appraise it, so I suppose that it's a bit like an end-of-year appraisal for a job. Yeah, You're not going to say anything bad about the quiche. You're only going to say the good things.
Okay.
And it's surprising the different dimensions. So you can be looking at overall presentation. You try to highlight if it's dishevelled, you find yourself trying to do it in a positive way, looking for the positives.
So can I just ask, you've created the Quiche Appraisal Society.
Yes,
that suggests,
and system, more
and
importantly.
system,
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
And that suggests to me that you're not alone in appraising quiches. So do you, is this an individual activity, or do you meet up, say, on a regular basis?
We meet. Yeah,
Right,
we meet
okay.
in the co-op, in the Asda.
Oh, it's always in store, is it?
Usually after hours, while they're packing the shelves around us. We have had a couple of, we've got at the kind of the homestead. We've had a few quiche meetups. But yes, I mean anywhere really. You can apply the system anywhere at all, and it's a handy acronym. So quiche is the acronym, obviously.
Right. And what does quiche stand for?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. So if you're looking at a quiche, you're very much looking for quirks at the outset. Does it have any quirks? Bit of bacon popping out the top. Possibly a kind of a balsamic red onion in an unusual pattern. Can you see the face of Jesus? Can you see the face of a relative? Anyone?
Bob, have you seen the face of Jesus in a quiche?
I have not, but I got pretty close to Desmond Tutu once. In a co-op quiche Lorraine. So you is for underestimation. Yes, because it's an often underestimated thing, the quiche. So you have to look at it and say, based on the visual, am I underestimating you? Which can only be confirmed by the eating. The proof of the quiche is in the eating, as we like to say.
Absolutely.
Individuality, obviously, you're comparing several, does one stand out? A bit like quirks, but it's different. C for contact. Does it make contact with you, and where? Are you okay? Does it?
I'm just absolutely fascinated by this system. Do carry on.
Okay.
Contact.
Contact. Does it make contact with you? Is it physical, spiritual, emotional, creative? What is that contact? What's the nature of it? Hallelujah. Is the contact that good? And then Ezekiel. Is there anything in the Bible that you've overlooked which you could actually bring to bear in your understanding of this quiche? Because we are a Christian movement.
Oh, you are? That wasn't
Quichean,
obvious.
as we like to say.
Oh, hilarious.
Yes.
That wasn't obvious from your website.
No, we've kind of...
And your meeting place, obviously, as with a lot of these societies, because you do have quite a waiting list, is in a secret location just outside Woodbridge.
Yeah, that's right.
And this is amazing. And using the quiche acronym system, that enables you to appraise the quiche.
Yep.
I get that.
Yeah.
And obviously, there are, like you say, nowadays you've got crustless quiche, you've got vegan quiche, you've got quiche with no gluten
and vegetarian as well.
and vegetarian.
Not everything has to be vegan.
No, that's true. That's true. But from a wellness perspective, what are you getting from appraising a quiche?
Yes, I'm glad you asked.
Good.
So, it's the thing that you get from a quiche and that you don't get from a flan, in my experience,
right,
is psychic penetration. Quiche has an uncanny psychic power. And if you really, really engage with them using the system, then I guess it's a kind of, I'd say it's an auric lift, really.
Oh.
You presence your way into the quiche, and as you come back out, you take the quiche with you.
So, Bob, this has been an education. Listeners, next time you're in the supermarket, if you see some people huddled around the quiche fixture, maybe they're not just choosing tonight's tea. Bob Jeffers, thanks very much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Do well.
Do well. Goodness me, well, I think I'm going to look at the chiller aisle in a very different light from now on. Do let me know if you see the face of a celebrity in your quiche. I'd be absolutely fascinated to hear about it. Until next time, do well.